Do you understand what he meant? I thought you were asking about his email as a whole.
Let me re-ask it for the third time now and see if I can get an answer. Do you have any understanding what Mr. Siegelman meant when he referred to Windows distribution as our one unique and valuable asset?
I think the Marvel Group, in their search for what they could do to get millions of users, in this particular point in time, were thinking about making it easy to sign up through the Windows box being something that would be helpful to them, and therefore an asset for the Marvel Group in what they were doing.
Do you understand that Mr. Siegelman, in his reference, had in mind the large market share that Microsoft has with respect to operating systems?
I don't see anything about that in here.
That's not your understanding?
Well, remember, Ross isn't involved with the Windows business. He's involved with the Marvel business.
Let me put the question again. Without reference to this document, Mr. Gates, do you believe that Windows distribution is a unique asset that Microsoft has?
What do you mean when you say Windows distribution there?
Do you have any understanding what Mr. Siegelman meant by the phrase Windows distribution in this email he wrote to you?
He means, I think he means, I don't know for sure, I think he means including an icon on the desktop for access to Marvel.
And by the desktop, you mean the Windows desktop?
In this case, yes.
He goes on in his email to say as follows, quote, "The only real advantage we have in this game is Windows distribution. Why sell it so cheaply when we think will be a big market and can give us leverage in so many ways in the iWay business?" Do you even understand what he meant by the phrase iWay business here?
No. I don't remember ever seeing that term before.
What distribution channels has Microsoft employed to distribute Internet Explorer?
Well, the primary distribution channel is the Internet, where people very easily download whatever version of Windows Internet technology they're interested in. We've also distributed it through retailers, the Windows 95 update product, and wherever Windows goes out, which includes retail, OEM, and then people who do internet signups have also done some distribution. There's a lot of different marketing programs where we'll have like a conference and we'll make available Internet Explorer to people who attend the conferences. I think we've also included it with Microsoft Office in some cases.
Has Microsoft done research to determine which distribution channels are most effective in delivering browsers that are actually used by people?
I think somebody did a survey to ask people where they get their browser at some point.
Do you have any recollection who did that survey?
No.
Do you recall what the results were?
I know the Internet has always been the primary distribution channel for browsers.
You're talking about specifically Internet Explorer?
No.
I'd like to mark as Exhibit 340 a memorandum, or rather an email from Kumar Mehta, to Brad Chase and Yusuf Mehdi, dated March 27, 1997. Is this an example of the type of memorandum you've seen in which Microsoft has endeavored to determine which distribution channels are most effective in distributing web browsers?
No.
What position in the company did Mr. Mehdi have in March of 1997?
I don't know.
Do you know if one of his responsibilities was market research?
No. I mean, I'm not copied on this. I mean, just looking at it, I'm not. And I certainly have no recollection of seeing this. It also seems to contradict some other things that I have seen.
The email reads as follows. Bob Foulon is gathering data for a John Roberts meeting with Bill Gates tomorrow. Apparently, they are going to discuss whether IE and Memphis should be bundled together. Do you recall such a meeting with Mr. Foulon and Mr. Roberts?
No.
Do you recall Mr. Foulon or Mr. Roberts sharing with you market research data with respect to how people get their browsers?
I don't know Bob F-O-U.
Do you understand that's a reference to Bob Foulon?
I don't know Bob Foulon. I don't know anyone whose name is Bob F-O-U anything.
Do you know John Roberts?
Yes.
What position does he have with Microsoft?
He, at this time, is that what you were interested in?
Yes.
This time I think he worked for Brad Chase.
That you recall with Mr. Roberts and or Mr. Chase in or about March of 1997, where you talked about the results of market research to determine how people obtained Internet Explorer?
I don't remember.
The email I quoted attaches another email dated March 27, 1997. Which says in the first two paragraphs, which I'll read, Bob, here's some information on how people get and use IE that might help you guys. My feeling, based on all the IE research we have done, is that it is a mistake to release Memphis without bundling IE with it. IE users are more likely than other browser users to get it with their computers. Overall, 20% of people who use IE at home obtained it with their computer, and 24% of those using IE at work got it with their computer. Effectively, we would be taking away the distribution channel of almost a quarter of all IE users. Do you have any understanding as to the accuracy of the numbers he cites here with respect to the number of people using IE who obtained it with their computer?
I have no idea what we're talking about in terms of what kinds of users he surveyed or looked at. So no, I have no opinion on it whatsoever. I mean, who knows?
Do you have any reason to believe the information he reports here is inaccurate?
I don't have enough of a context to even state an opinion. It doesn't even say what kind of users or anything.
Can you identify any specific documents you've seen that indicate how IE users obtain IE?
No.